The king, I understand it all.
Never tuck your town, I showed you that. Just here to put the city on the map. You bumping up your chest, but just relax. For your benefit, just keep it rapping. There was some dark days and some hard days. Like this feeling, you couldn't make it on Broadway. Big Brad Bronson, the bully, they can't belittle me. Plotting to get rid of me. Hottest in 2 industries, hottest for 2 decades, with scriptures for 2 centuries. Just to get the message, clap messengers and who sent for me. Success is not the purest form of payback. These weirdos supposed to say they wouldn't say that. Keep it clean and never bring dirt where you lay at.
Man, doing interviews, shooting these private events. Because all I could do now is private events because half of New York is shut down.
That's a fact.
That is a fact.
But yeah, I just been staying busy, man. You know, because I'm in this camera world now, so it's all about the media. So
You're on the other side of things now.
yeah, that's really what it is. So you know, because content is key now.
That's a fact.
So,
That's a fact.
like you guys have a cameraman now. Like, you know, that's important. You know,
Shout out to Insatiable.
Catching all this
DSP.
footage. So, you know, you guys got lives all over the damn place. Like, Brad, we came from a town there was no live.
Yep.
It was
For real.
It was, phones wasn't even active on camera, right?
Not like that.
no.
You know,
Not at all.
You can snap a real blurry picture.
You are
but
not.
Very blurry.
You are not getting no footage on your razor.
No,
You're not
no.
getting no
Razor.
footage on your
Oh my God.
on your
Sidekick.
sidekick,
Word.
on your BlackBerry.
None of that.
You know what I mean?
Was it the
Nokia
kickflips or whatever?
Oh, they had the
The sidekick.
they had the Nokia
Sidekick?
joint.
Yeah,
The
Nokia.
Nokia bricks. They had the razor. Was it no? You're not
I
getting no
remember the
HD
razor
footage.
was like supposed to be top of the line.
That was
Still
the
no camera
first.
footage.
That was.
Man,
It looked like
still
a
none.
like a GIF.
That was the phone.
It was.
Allegedly.
I remember that.
It was crazy, man. Definitely crazy, man.
We came from.
So what is it? Oh, go
Oh
ahead.
no,
my fault.
I was gonna say. I remember when Veg came through to the platform on the podcast. We were talking about his internet radio days and the struggle he went through just to get the equipment together and make sure it sounded right. And now you've seen the growth and the change in technology. How do you feel about it now? I know you're like, wait a minute.
It's a lot.
Yeah,
it's a lot because I would say things a little bit easier because literally you could have a podcast from your phone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Back then when I had my studio, I had to connect I had to connect my mixing board to wires to making sure because at the time I was really big in sound engineering. So
you an engineer. You weren't just tinkering with your phone. You had to be an engineer to get something like you had going.
I was on
back then.
I was on my Doc Brown shit.
Absolutely.
Hold on.
I'm so sorry.
This
I was
is
on my
radio.
Doc Brown stuff.
Yes. I didn't expect Veg to cuss.
Me either. I didn't even tell him.
Hold on.
You got to make a small donation to the cussing jar.
As soon as I look, Big Veg, what is going on in 2020?
I didn't expect
In
that.
2020, Big Veg out here cussing?
2020's been a hard year.
Yo,
Right?
Facts.
that's crazy. I thought I'd never see the day, man. Big
So-
Veg out here cussing. You gonna hit that donation jar? Know that?
Yeah, Brett lets everybody know.
No cussing on the
No
show. But
cussing
anyway,
on
I'm
the show. But it
sorry
is
to
what it
interrupt. Sorry to interrupt, brother.
No, it's just putting all the wires together and just it just took a little bit of time, but
You got it done.
I got it done.
You got it.
You got it done the right way too, yo. Because think about who made music in Rockland or even from outside of Rockland and didn't come touch your studio in the early 2000s.
Actually, before you even get into that, how many artists do you think you've worked with to this date? Like how many recorded? How many recorded artists do you think you've had to this date?
SNS Protown Studios.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like how many?
We're talking about 16 plus years before I
16 plus years, 7 days a week,
20 hours a day.
20 hours a day,
stopped. 22.
That's crazy.
22 hours a day, 7 days a week for 16 years. So how many artists?
That's crazy, bro.
How many artists? Can you give me a number?
Hold on, and before we just jump past that 22 hours a day, we talking about 22 solid booked hours.
Yeah.
No, because cats will be booking like 6 hours and then
Yeah.
another 6 hours.
Yeah, I just wanted to make that clear to the people that think like, oh, he did one session at 8 in the morning and one at 10.
No. Back to back sessions.
Yeah.
Where one will be coming in and he'll be leaving and another person will be coming in.
Exactly.
How many artists? That's a
So I just, just
pretty
to
hard
give
to
these people,
quantify right
just
there.
to give these people an idea of the amount of music you've been around. You know what I'm saying? Because to tell somebody like, okay, I had a recording studio, yeah, that's one thing. But to let people understand the amount of traffic that went through your studio, that's a totally different conversation.
Hey, I can't even give you an amount of number because.
Would you say it's like multiple
200.
hundreds? Like
200?
I would say multiple hundreds. Yeah.
300?
More than that.
I was about to
500.
say it got to be more.
I guess
500?
500 different artists.
I would say
That's
500.
fair.
I would say 500 plus.
That's fair.
500 plus
That's
different
crazy,
artists
yo.
that have rolled through your studio.
I mean,
That's crazy.
And that's not counting the artists that were featured on the joints. That's just the artists that
Tattoo.
booked it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
See what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
it's hard to count, bro.
It's impossible. If you don't have the footage like now, it's impossible.
It's
Right.
hard
That's
to
what I'm saying.
count.
Right. And this was before.
The footage,
Yes.
yeah.
This is way before the camera
Before
era.
y'all.
You would have had to have the camera on your shoulder type joint.
Right. Or just a camcorder.
Ain't
or-
nobody got
Exactly.
time for that.
No. No.
Nobody got time for that boombox, big camcorder situation.
No, sir.
Long road though.
That's a fact. So paint the picture of how it looked like
When you
you
started.
first started.
What
Good
made
question.
you? How about that? What made you even start? What gave you the idea? Like, I'm gonna do a recording studio,
Well,
or I'm gonna build. Sorry.
I want to give a big shout out to to my boy JMS.
Okay.
Shout out
I
JMS.
know
Shout out to
you
Good
guys are
Roots
working
too.
with him with the with his store.
Absolutely. Good Roots. Shout out to Good Roots.
Shout out to Good Roots.
Got a health food giveaway going on there
Actually,
right now. Pull up.
Don't you have
Yeah, I told him this is from Good Roots right here. We just
word?
pulled up with a
Definitely
couple of
got
healthy
some
snacks.
treats?
Yeah,
With some
for
treats?
Sure.
Okay.
Healthy.
Healthy,
Remission
everything
Nutrition
healthy,
on
yeah.
the check-in?
Oh,
you
nice.
know?
Shout out to
Come
them.
on,
Shout out
Veg.
to them.
What you think? You thought
Shout out
we
to
were gonna
Frank.
have Veg on our show and not have vegan meals for you, bro? Come on, Veg.
Come on,
That's
Veg.
bars, by the way.
Well done.
You say well done.
all the time?
Well done all the time.
Rhyme all the time.
Rhyme all the time, my man. You already know.
They know.
But
They know.
how I started was me and JMS was actually we had a studio at his crib.
What year? What year?
Yeah. What year?
What
The
year?
Word.
What year? 2001.
Okay.
And
Talk that talk.
things have gotten to a point where we couldn't really record there. So
His moms was looking at y'all crazy because
That's
18-year-old and 20-year-old dudes is pulling up,
And his mom
y'all
was-
are 16.
and his mom was Spanish.
Yeah.
Wasn't going
they
down.
don't play that.
Wasn't playing that.
Not
Nope.
none of that.
So I'm like, yo, this let's take the joints to my spot. And first you start off with a microphone and a computer.
Oh wow.
With the styrofoam thing around the mic,
But
right?
even before
Nah,
that, it
before
was
that, it was just a microphone.
mic,
Yeah, I remember that.
computer,
And everybody had to be quiet.
and everybody had to be quiet. Red remember those days.
Yeah, everybody had to be quiet. We had the Super Nintendo
You're
on the
taking
floor.
it.
And
Oh
Ah.
my God!
the PlayStation 1. Yeah, that's what I'm
Super
saying.
Nintendo PS1.
Super
Flip it
Nintendo
up.
and the PS1 on the floor.
You gotta
and
flip it
everybody got to
upside
be quiet.
Yeah. It was
Wow.
I'm from that time period.
Yes, Brad was one of our first
Vintage.
artists. Yeah. And
Vintage.
yeah, man, it was just crazy. I remember I might have had the booking time was $5 an hour.
Oh wow.
Started at $5 an hour.
Yep.
Hey, you gotta
And,
start somewhere.
And yeah, it was just crazy, bro. And obviously, the more money we got, we invested in it. We got
Smart.
that's when the styrofoam booth came in. So you came in, you saw a big styrofoam booth.
Yeah.
That's when I started.
Yes. That's when we had the 5-star days.
All right,
Five star.
all right, Veg.
5-star.
5-star.
All right,
But y'all was like my first 6-hour sessions because y'all came and did 20 songs a session.
Veg.
You know.
Yeah.
Veg.
You say you giving out too much information.
I'm trying to seem lucky out here.
I mean,
I'm trying to seem lucky.
I'm
I
just
don't want to
saying.
seem like I put in any hard work.
You guys are asking about the history, and we're going down the
man,
history, right?
you doing right, Veg.
Doing the right thing.
I don't want to seem like we put in any work.
I
you
mean,
know?
you know, but no, yeah. So and
Appreciate it though, brother.
then things started to build.
Yeah.
They got a booth, and then
The real booth.
yeah,
You went from that styrofoam kind of on. Nah, keep it a
Nah,
buck.
you- yeah,
You
you
had
gotta-
the
yeah.
styrofoam
Show the
joint,
growth, brother.
You know, and it was on a platform you had to put it on, so we
Yeah.
had to walk around it and
Yeah.
get
Yeah,
into
yeah.
it.
Yes.
So, but that was dope. That was phase 1.
Yes.
Then I'll never forget when I came back, bro.
Yeah.
When
And
that booth,
and you had the real booth,
Yeah.
and I said, hell no.
Yeah.
Veg is getting too much money out
money.
here.
Yep.
And that's when it began, Veg.
That was a good summer, yo.
Yeah,
that was
I mean,
crazy.
you know, that's what it is, man. When you build something, you invest in it, right?
Talk that talk.
And you start to see the growth, and it's a good thing, you know. And then, you know, I can say I'm one of the dopest studios in that era.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Absolutely. I would say but that's just my opinion.
Can you name some notable artists that rolled through your studio? Not in no order, so they don't
feel no type
Veg,
of
you
way.
didn't put me on the list. This is not a list. I'm just
this
asking
is
for
freestyle,
for
please.
notable artists that pulled up that you've recorded, or you can even say if there's any famous artists you recorded that didn't come to SNS Pro, but you know me, I want to know about the hood first.
Yeah.
So tell me about the hood first, like some notable artists that came in and was just putting in mad work.
definitely won the 845.
Come on, man.
That's a fact.
I mean, I appreciate that.
For me not to mention you would be foolish, right?
I appreciate that,
Right.
brother. I appreciate that.
Emperor She came through.
Shout out to Emperor
shout out to
She.
Emperor
She.
Ride out records.
It's funny because I want to say before he stopped and I think went into real estate, I was one of the last sessions that he had.
Oh, okay.
That's dope.
That's
man.
dope.
I might be wrong, but
Hip
because
hop
after that,
pioneer.
I
I,
mean-
don't know.
That's dope, yo.
Who else I had? Oh man, damn.
Shotty used to be
Shotty,
there.
Shotty. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
man.
Shotty was
J.
in and
Shot
out
Gulliver.
there.
Didn't Shotty's sister pass, yo?
Yeah, R.I.P. to her, yo.
Yeah,
Rest in
R.I.P.
peace.
Yeah, I seen that
Damn.
this morning, and I'm like,
Speaking,
I thought that was a rumor, yo.
Nah, that's
nah,
facts, yo.
it's
so
true.
shout
Damn.
out to Shotty.
Shout out to
and
Shotty.
hope
Shout out
he
to
holds his head.
the whole Gullifield family.
Right.
Nyack.
Word.
Nyack, man.
Damn.
Yeah.
Who else? I've had a the whole Nyack come through.
I mean, come on, Veg. You have 500 artists there. You named two.
Yeah,
Where the
now you
names
had the
at?
whole
Where the
Rockland
names
County in
at,
there,
Veg?
bro.
This is Never Tuck Your Town Radio. We think you'll get off the hook by trying to know. We gonna make you name some
trying
names.
to be
player.
modest.
Yeah, nah. You're not gonna try to.
playing that.
Like, don't you hate when people go to McDonald's?
Oh, man.
This is the thing that I hate. This is a pet peeve. Don't you hate when you go to McDonald's? You've been to McDonald's a billion times.
You know exactly
You
what's
know
on
what
the
you
menu.
want.
on the menu.
Don't say,
It's like, well,
that's what Veg tried to do.
Maybe
By
a
time.
quarter
Nah,
pounder, I
I'm
don't
still
know.
waiting for these answers. 1day45. I appreciate the shout out.
right.
Then you said Emperor Chi, Shotty. Those are some heavy hitters, by
Yes.
the way.
Absolutely.
If they don't
Indeed.
know, at these time periods,
Yeah.
these are some heavy hitters rolling through where you at.
Facts.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Who else? I've had. This is so many people have run through.
It's all good, man.
You gotta bear with me, yo.
It's all good.
So good. And that's like 20 years
Lot
ago
of-
now.
yeah.
man.
But we was just trying to, see,
15, 20 years
trying
ago.
to see what other
All
artists
I'm-
that are.
All I'm gonna say is I've had a lot of artists come through my spot, and I'm blessed to work with all of them.
Nice.
And I'll keep it at that.
I like
Word.
that.
Okay.
That's all.
I like
like
that.
that.
All right.
How about this then? Last artist type of direct question. Are there any artists that you worked with from your studio time that are still currently active?
From Rockland, right?
I mean, nah. This is SNS Pro. So anybody that pulled
Yeah,
up
I
to
mean,
your
you had
studio,
different people.
yeah,
pull
bro.
up to
I'm talking
SNS,
about
I know.
anybody that pulled up to SNS Pro. So is there anybody that pulled up from the time period when you were really recording and engineering that's still active right now that you could shout out?
I know that we just lost Boston.
Yeah,
Word.
R.I.P.
Shout out to
man.
Boston
I know
Rock.
he's really doing his thing. So
Word. Hawkeye.
Richie Ratchet.
Word. Shout out to
Shout out
Richie
to
He's
Ratchet.
been putting in a lot of work.
Yes,
Word.
he has.
Word.
At that time, he was moving around with the Coke Boys.
Yes.
Yeah.
He did a record with Cheese,
Cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which I actually recorded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he pulled up.
All of a sudden you remember.
He remembers now.
You see what I'm saying?
I recorded
You guys
that.
are-
Gotta watch that. That's what's up. Nah, I'm just joking with you because you got 20 years of, it's a long time, bro.
It's
It's a long time.
man. But
So Coke Boys, what was that? Cheese Dior, right?
Cheese
That's who
Dior.
pulled up. Oh, actually, you had Brock come through too, right?
yes, Brock. That's right, Brock.
Yo, damn, bro, you got-
Wow,
You
Brock.
got you got some hitters under
Shout
your
out to
belt,
Coke
man.
Boy
Shout out
Brock.
to Coke Boy Brock, man. Shout out to Brock, man.
Word.
Doing his thing, man. Yeah, the whole Coke Boys, man. Just No Mercy Squad.
Wow.
Who else, man? You know what? One thing I can say is because everybody says I've had the first radio show, which is Rock Runner Radio.
Talk that talk.
I have to acknowledge the Rockland Report.
Okay.
People forget about the Rockland
Shout out to the
Report.
Rockland Report. Nate
Word.
Capone,
Yeah.
Mr. Kill,
Yeah, CT.
CT.
Promo Mo,
Woo.
they was really the first radio
Wow.
show, but I happen to be the engineer of that whole movement.
Oh, okay. So you was back there taking notes.
So you took the notes, took
Smart.
the knowledge, and then created your own.
I mean,
Smart man.
It's usually how it works.
So I had to definitely shout them out, man. So shout out to the Rockland Press. CC, what's up?
That's what's up. Speak about your radio show. Like, once again, when you had your radio show going and you were doing all the things, you had so many artists coming through talking about all the things that they had going on.
Yeah.
Like, can you give me a most memorable moment on one of your shows that was like, yo, this was a crazy episode? Because I remember how many episodes did you do? Because I remember you used to
200 or something.
Wow. That's crazy.
That's a lot of episodes.
That's a lot of episodes, bro. So any ones that stand out to you?
Any episode that stands out to me.
It's a long time, man. A lot of history, Veg.
4 years. 4 years. 4 years of the radio show.
4 years straight. What days?
Tuesdays. Every Tuesday from 6 to 9.
6 to 9. 4 years straight.
That's fire.
That's
200 plus episodes.
Out the living room with it, right?
Well, the studio, yeah.
Yeah.
I turned my studio into the radio show. Yeah.
That's dope. yo.
So like we were talking about earlier, putting all the components together. Like this was the time when you had to really
Engineer.
It's not just connecting wires. It's not just using a phone.
Yeah.
And then
Exactly.
say you have a podcast. No disrespect.
Yeah.
I'm not getting nobody because you could do that. It's cool, but
Yeah.
it's just at the time I really had to tap into my Doc Brown.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Much.
But my most honorable show, I can't even say a show, bro, because I've had so many shows and so many artists come through.
Nice.
You know what? I will say this, and I'm not just saying this because you're here, Wonder, but like Wonder, when you came on the show, like you was in your moment, bro. Like you was so cocky, bro. You was just, you was in your prime, bro. You was just.
Yeah.
And then when you would because after we have the show, we do like the freestyle segment, kind of like on some Rhapsody.
Yeah.
And shout out to my boy Precise. He threw out words, and you rhymed words with the, you know what I'm saying? Like that was a dope moment.
That was full Wonder 845
That's what I'm
and
saying.
all his splendor. You know what
Wonder
I'm
was
saying?
just so confident.
I mean,
Nobody could tell
rightfully
him
so,
nothing.
though.
if you're going to be in this game and you ain't got no confidence, then get out of it.
No business.
Wonder
Believe
was
that.
just so cocky, man.
I mean,
but cocky to a point where you could just respect it. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So,
and I appreciate that, and I appreciate you acknowledging that, man.
that's what it was, though. Like you said, you couldn't be on you couldn't do hip hop if you really didn't believe in yourself.
That's
a
a fact.
So
Speaking of some
confidence is
hip hop, any memorable battles from those time periods that you could remember? Because I'm sure you recorded plenty of diss tracks. Obviously, most of those beefs are pretty dead, but
I'm glad you brought that up.
okay.
Let's talk about the era when who's the brother from Nyack that came up with the murder rap?
Oh, A Gus.
A Gus.
Oh,
A Gus.
shout
came
out to
with the
A
murder-
Gus.
Yo, let me tell you
Yo, I
something. Yo,
forgot about
shout
that.
out to A Gus
Let me
with
tell you
the
something.
murder rap from Nyack.
I didn't
Wow.
record the murder rap, but literally when he put that out, I'm talking about like we had a whole strung of diss records. I remember you did a diss record. What's his name? Damn, who's the brother that produced it? Brother that owns the fish spot.
Oh, News the Don.
News
the Don.
Yeah,
You
my
produced
diss
your joint?
record was produced by News the Don.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
That's
Shout out to
crazy.
News.
That's dope.
And
even
then
know that.
I know Preem did a diss record because on Murder Rap he disses his own ST3 artist.
Okay.
Murder rap was crazy.
Okay.
Yo, and then on top of that, we had a whole show dedicated to the diss raps.
Oh wow.
Figure Nate did one, you did one, Wonder, Preem did one. Oh my God.
It was like a reggae.
Yo.
It was like a diss record reggae rhythm.
Word.
That's how it was.
Yeah,
Yo.
I'm not gonna lie. A
was
Gus,
so-
shout out to A Gus because I guess
A-Gus
everybody was
yo,
chilling.
A-Gus woke up the county for a little
Word.
bit.
Yo, for
Okay.
real.
And when we covered that, like I could say that's one of the most memorable shows.
That's what's up, man.
Because we had you call in, Nate called in, everybody was talking so much.
Everyone was talking
hot.
super
Everybody was
spicy.
so hot. Everybody was so spicy about
For
that.
real. Yo, there was a lot of testosterone back then.
You had to
Hip-hop,
rap,
hip-hop.
Yeah, you had to rap.
But no, that was a good time, man. So
That's what's up.
I could definitely remember that. That was a good time because everybody
That's
was
a
coming
moment
through
right
talking
there.
saucy. Man. So shout out to hip hop. Shout out to Rockland hip hop, man.
Word.
For real, yo.
Word.
For real.
So what
20
about some of the shows that you've been to in the county? Can you speak on any of the shows you've been to, judged, anything like that? Can you?
Well,
give me
that's the
some?
thing. I never really judged any shows because I wasn't the type to really. I didn't want because you know what it is. I feel like I was in a bias type of thing because I've recorded so many artists.
So you didn't want to mess your money up.
That too.
Yo, this is Never Tuck Your Time Radio, man. I ain't gonna tell you again, bro. I didn't want to mess my money up and have some emotional rapper mad at me and not coming back to my studio.
Right,
Exactly.
Right. And at the time, I had
Smart move.
I would have had like maybe 90% of Rockland coming to me.
That's a
So
fact.
respectfully, I was just there so and support.
Just know, MOR Studios would have been up the next day. Y'all mad at Veg? Come do your Veg disc records right here. We even got beats. Overlook Beats got beats for you.
Yeah. Shout out to
Wicked
Quest.
Keys. We got
shout out to
beats.
Wicked Keys. Shout out to Quest.
You know how we moving.
But shout out to the time when like you had to put on shows like once again like you was the man, bro. Putting on the shows for the county, man. You fought.
Veg. Once again, I really appreciate the accolades and the flowers, my brother.
Right.
But
if
you keep saying these things, the people are not gonna believe that I'm lucky anymore.
Right, I'm just saying that that's what it is. When people will come record at my spot, then perform it at your show.
Facts.
That's a fact.
Yeah, we worked together, and in a way, because it wasn't really like a business plan. Like, hey, man, you got. It was just like that show. Yeah, when we did a lot of those showcases, rather, because I used a lot of different DJs, but my main DJ for a lot of those showcases was DJ Show. Shout out to the Showstoppers.
Showstoppers, man. He just had a jump off. He had a
Coat
charity.
drive and a toy drive.
Wasn't you there?
I was.
Yeah,
I was.
I saw that visual. That visual you put out was very nice.
Something.
Yo, you out here on your Peter Parker.
I mean,
Absolutely.
Spider-Man type. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's silly. Man.
I see you, man.
But yeah, so it was that was dope that I could do. For show called me. He said, "Yo, come through." I came through. And
For some of the artists that wowed you on stage, because it's one thing to rap. You seen them rap, you got a chance to see them record, but it's one thing like when you saw them perform. Was there an artist that any artist that stood out to you like, oh wow, I didn't know you had that?
Yeah, a couple of artists, man. Shout out to Pro Dillinger.
Woo!
Okay, Pro.
Yo, Pro Dillinger. Shout out to Pro Dillinger. I actually got a song with him, Baltimore Bronson too.
There you go.
Word, had to do that, and
January 1st or 2nd? When's
January 2nd, man. We're dropping that. Actually, January 1st. If you want, Veg, I'm having a listening party.
Okay.
If you want to come through, come check out some of the music.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're busy. Trust me, I know you're busy.
I'll let you know. I'll text you.
All right, look, I know how you move. Just send me the invoice. I know how you move. Just send me the invoice. You know what I mean?
I'll be there, bro. I got that on my calendar.
Pros.
So shout out to Pro.
My favorite song from Pro still to this day is "Tattoos on My Body."
Yeah,
I ain't going from.
That's a tough song. That's a tough track.
Him and Riverside KO.
Riverside KO.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
Yep.
So shout out to Pro. Let's see. The whole Hawkeye, man.
Wow.
Yeah, when they did that at my studio, I'm like, what are they doing? but then it caught on. That's a Hawkeye. Like,
Exactly.
No diss. I'm just saying.
I mean,
first,
Tom,
I didn't
Tom
get it,
Styles is the next guest, so I hope it ain't a diss.
Word. It's this guy Veg dissing.
Like, yo, Veg, we heard what you said on the show.
We coming for you, Veg.
No. At first, I just didn't understand it. At first, I didn't understand, but then it caught on Hawkeye, and then like,
Yo, they was committed to that. They were committed to that. They even did some boat parties with me. Had them open up for me in some spots. Shout out to them. Shout out to Hawkeye, Tom Styles.
Man. Who else? Lido Corleone.
Oh,
Lido.
Lido had, what's that? 51 AMG.
Yes.
Shout out to 51 AMG. Lido had a lot of energy.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Bills.
When they came through with the mob, yo.
Yo. They had a lot of performances, man, where they were crushing things. Crushing.
There's just so many artists, man. Shout out to whole Rockland, man. Like, this is a time, bro.
Yeah.
For real, man.
We had the whole county lit.
For real. That's true,
You got me really thinking, man. That shit bonkers.
That's two donations.
Two donations.
Ain't no nation like donation. Ain't tricking if you got it.
I apologize.
You got to leave one of them 40 leather chains in the
Yeah, because when I met you, hold on, Veg, I ain't gonna touch your chains because I know they got some magical powers or something. But when I first met you, you had one chain, brother. I'm just telling you had one chain.
Yeah, I got like 20 now.
So considering that we were the startup money.
Oh man.
I'm just saying, my studio time was the startup money.
Yeah.
I deserve one of your leather medallions.
Nah.
That ain't coming up.
That was a nice try. Can't do that.
That was a good attempt.
Come on, bro. I can't get
Nah,
one of the levels.
those are like his Dragon Ball Z. You know what I'm saying? He had to go fight many battles and collect those.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's like asking LL Cool J to take the mic off his arm, brother.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Every exclusive he gets a new medallion.
But it's just people know me for my medallions. Like people see me like, oh,
Yes.
if they don't remember me for my name, they like, oh, the dude with the medallions.
I seen the joint with Mano, man. That was funny, bro.
Yeah.
That was funny.
You know what it is? It's just funny because he's I guess he's a big hip hop head. So when he saw my medallions, he's like, oh. Like you put those on every day, like
you said you put those on every day, one at a time.
That's one moment I would never forget.
That was funny.
Speaking of those interviews, man, what are some notable interviews you've done?
Rakim.
You didn't even hesitate.
That's a big one.
Rakim.
With you being the hip hop pioneer you are, that must have been a very special
moment.
You know what it is like that? Because so I want to give a big shout out to my boy Damien Emil. He runs Music Monday videos. So I was the flagship host for his outlet, and we were doing an award show that they was honoring pioneering artists like Big Daddy Kane, Slick Rick. The Breakfast Club was there, like a whole bunch of pioneers.
You got to meet them all in one day?
Oh yeah. I didn't interview Slick Rick. I didn't interview Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah, but you got to meet them, see them at least.
Yeah,
you know, that's dope.
It was just crazy. And so we get there, we setting up because there's a red carpet. We setting up the tripod and all that stuff, mics or whatever. And Damien is like, yo, come with me. It's like, right now, like, yeah, bring the mics, bring the cameras right now. I'm like, okay, no problem. So I'm run backstage, and Rakim is there taking pictures with the Breakfast Club.
Wow.
Slick Rick slid through real quick.
That's crazy.
Big Daddy Kane slid through real quick, and my boy's like, yo, Rakim, can we get an interview? Like on the spot, like this was not planned. I did not plan to interview Rakim. Like it just happened on the spot. And Rakim's like, yeah, no doubt. Like got the
That's fire,
bro.
Like,
yeah, no doubt, come through, whatever. Like, so I opened the show, and literally like 5 minutes later, like I'm about to interview Rakim. Like
that's fire.
I had questions, and then it went blank.
Of course.
And then I had to go off the top.
It's all good.
And then I was so excited, so like
it's all good.
It's all good, man.
But if you stay ready,
yeah, that's the thing. I had no choice, and
you could have not got that interview, bro.
That's a fact.
And I interviewed Rakim.
bro, that's big.
That's a huge
Improv. That's fire.
hip hop moment right there.
I interviewed Rakim.
So after Rakim, because obviously that's the top, what would be like your next?
I know this
one of
is-
your favorite.
I know this one.
Allure. The R&B group Allure.
Allure?
Yes, sir.
R&B group Allure.
Yo, you alright, DSP? You stroking your beard and all that?
Because we spoke about
They
this
sang you a
already,
personal
dog.
song, my
We
man? What's
spoke
going on?
about this
I
song.
gotta watch DSP. He said, Allure, yeah. Look, the beard's still stroking. Let's go. Yo, you got some. Yo,
Look,
actually,
I don't know what
there
y'all-
must have been an Allure song on repeat for you or something.
I was about to say, yo, he must have went to prom around the time.
Yeah,
that Allure came
what's
around
going on with Allure with you, bro? We
I
gonna have
got-
to get into that DSP.
I got some memories.
Uh-oh.
It ain't about me.
Hold on.
It's about Veg right now. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, brother.
It's about the veg, not the veg. Actually, keep going,
to be
yo.
surrounded by-
Keep going.
You trying to get us canceled?
To be surrounded
Cancel bars.
I didn't finish the bars. Yo.
Alright, my fault.
No, it's fine. I'm just saying, just to be surrounded by three beautiful women to talk to them about, and this is the era around 90s R&B.
Word, real
This is when
R&B.
they was like in their prime, like to be to be surrounded by like SWV, Escape. They was in that
That race with
that-
all
you know
of
what I'm
them.
saying? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I got a chance to
What was it?
interview them.
Brownstone was another group.
Yeah, you know what I'm
There's a
saying?
lot
So-
in Vogue.
Yeah,
the female groups.
but this is when R&B was like R&B soul.
For real.
Before auto-tune.
Yep.
Yeah.
No disrespect to those who use auto-tune. I'm just saying there wasn't auto-tune. Like you couldn't say, yo, put auto-tune on that.
Yo,
fix it.
Veg, you're not a recording engineer anymore.
You don't gotta be. Say it with disrespect, man.
You're not a recording engineer anymore, man. Say it with your chest.
I'm
Put
just
some
saying.
disrespect on
I'm
your
just
name.
saying
Bass in your voice, you
This
heard?
is the time when you just had to like really record.
Really
You
had to know how to sing.
tap into your singing, like your vocalization.
Yep.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
Not no ghetto harmonizing.
Definitely not.
And I'm not mad at that.
Yeah,
I'm not mad
it
at
is what
that.
it is.
Trust me, I be on my ghetto harmonizing. You already know.
Yes, you do.
So I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. But
yeah.
what I'm saying is that there is a clear difference between a singer and somebody humming a melody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like what's going on right now, there's no difference.
Yeah.
Like there literally is no difference anymore.
Right.
So
or people don't understand the difference.
yeah.
I mean, you can go to a studio though, and they can literally note out every single. You know what I'm saying? So they don't have to.
Yeah.
But me with my formula, this is how I always look at things. If we're gonna have a singer, like a studio person compared to a singer, a studio person, they're gonna understand their keys. They're gonna stay within their range.
Yeah.
But that singer, at the end of the song, any singer is gonna give you a big finish.
They're gonna go ham.
Absolutely.
If they're a singer, they're gonna hit that big finish.
Yeah,
right.
If they're not a singer, there'll be no big finish.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And it's as simple as that.
It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And then most times singers have like vocal coaches in the studio.
Yeah.
It was a big thing. But yeah, Allure just definitely was my.
That's kind of crazy, man. With all the people that I've seen on your page when I scroll through, Allure.
Allure.
That's crazy.
All right, right off the top of your head, what's their number one song now?
Allure?
Yeah.
Allure.
Right,
Like right now or just
no,
all time?
what was their number one song at that point in time? What was their number one hit single for anybody watching, so they could look up Allure?
All Hills Down with Nas. I probably said that wrong, but the record with Nas.
Okay. Matter of fact, I'm asking the wrong person.
Yeah, DSP.
DSP.
When you the reason you're stroking your beard
When you think of Allure,
so vigorously.
when you think of Allure,
He put on the spot like this.
What song is in your brain?
what song comes to mind when you think of Allure, player?
Lord, I can't remember that.
All Hell's Down, though.
Allegedly.
But
can't remember.
I can't remember because you talk about 30 years of music in his brain. I tend to conflate all the music, so I can't remember. But I do remember they are very beautiful women. Yes,
Shout
indeed.
out to
So
them.
so DSP got the Master Roshi beard, I see. The beautiful women are around the Roshi beard. I see.
That's how it goes.
I see you, DSP, and I ain't bad.
That's
player.
Roshi's my guy too. So I was like,
I am done with this
dude.
dude.
I like this.
Too
Man,
funny,
funny,
man.
man.
Too
Swear
funny.
to God, but that's
So,
funny,
Allure, that's great, man. So, outside of the music scene, are there any other notable interviews that you've done, like outside of music, whether it's politics, fashion, any other industry interview that you've done that stood out to you?
That's a good question. I just recently did an interview with Sway's cameraman.
Okay.
The person that takes care of Sway's camera work, of course, before the pandemic.
Okay.
My man, Director Cortez. I recently just did that, and
That's dope.
That's what's up.
Yeah, he's worked with Sway for 2 years at SiriusXM. I actually met him.
Oh, dope.
I actually met him when I was working at SiriusXM under my man Mike Muse, which does the political report with Sway. So I met him, we connected, and I did an interview with him. But to answer your question, I would say one of them is Director Cortez. He, like I said, he takes care of Sway's interviews and whatever interview you see as far as Sway, he's done them.
So he does all of Sway's visuals.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
And I had a chance to interview the cameraman. Yeah, so.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, man, him and oh my God, I've interviewed so many people in the last couple of years on camera. I've interviewed actors, I've interviewed artists, I've interviewed actresses, I've interviewed.
Name some of the actors that you spoke to.
Yeah, come on, man. You gotta name these names, player. Don't come up here acting shy now. We out here trying to give you your flowers, Veg.
It's not even that I'm acting shy. It's just I've interviewed so many people.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
The modest rebuttal. Ooh. I used to battle rap, right?
Yes, I know.
Ooh,
I know.
The soft touch.
Yeah, the soft,
Like
modest
jab.
rebuttal,
Back up, son.
Back
I
up,
got
little
this.
player.
I got this.
The Ali jab. You feel me? I got this, player.
Slow that down. I'm good.
It's just you know when you've done so much work, and it's just like when you asked about the work, and you can't name anything because you've done so many things. It's just like it's hard to bring up people.
It's hard to pinpoint.
Basically,
I understand.
basically,
So look, with the amount of work you've done, bro, I'm pretty sure it's all like a blur at this point.
I mean, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Because it's just so many people that I've interviewed, and I can only bring up so many people because it's like, but then after I leave the interview, I'm like, oh, now I have the things in my head. But,
That's how it goes, man. It's all good.
I'm just blessed to be here. I'm blessed to wake up. I'm blessed to be here with y'all. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is,
Come
brother.
on, we're blessed to have you here, Veg.
Yeah,
Yo,
like-
Veg, on the opposite end, have you ever found yourself in a situation you're like, yo, how did I get here? Like, what are y'all doing? What am I recording right now? And how did I get here?
Good question.
Man, I mean, moments. I could go back to being in the interview with Rakim. Like I said, that came up so last minute because you know, and I could say at that same award show, I had a chance to interview Rick James' daughter.
Oh wow!
What?
That's crazy.
That was
bro.
cool too.
That's what's up.
That was cool. You know, I had that lady skin in my head.
That's what's up.
But to answer your question, bro, like it's just, I feel like things happen when they're supposed to.
Yep.
You
I'm
know,
a firm believer in that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially when because I don't ever go out on my way to disrespect nobody. I've never gone on my way to cheat nobody, to scam nobody, because scamming is the new.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
it's like
Scamming
a job. It's an occupation.
Scamming is the new joint these days.
Yes, it is.
Like when
Sad.
it's really sad.
Sad.
I don't think that's our generation though. 'Cause
No,
we
it's
couldn't-
not.
We
No,
was face to
no.
face with, so you couldn't
You
scam.
couldn't really scam like that.
And
Right.
there wasn't much of Cash App
Yeah,
applications.
exactly,
Like
exactly.
there wasn't a lot of digital things going on like
Exactly.
that now. Like
Yeah,
things was all about dead presidents back in the day.
Yes, it was.
Exactly.
You know.
So it had to be
Hand in
face to face.
hand in
Exactly,
hand.
exactly. You know, you had to meet up people to get the money for the
Exactly.
showcases.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
You know, people pay me in dead presidents for studio time.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't I'll cash app it to you.
Nope.
No.
I had to pull up to a lot of different hoods to get that
Yeah.
to get that deposit. Believe that.
Word.
That's a fact.
But yeah, I mean, everything happens for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
At the right time,
I'm a big believer in karma. Whatever
Yes.
energy you put out, you get back.
That's
Yep.
a fact.
So if you scamming people, it's gonna come back to you.
That's a fact.
If you do good to people, it's gonna come back to you.
Yep.
So 10
Word.
times. So, but yeah, I'm just blessed, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm still here, doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Moving and grooving.
That's
So,
what's up, man.
the question I got for you is, what you have in store for 2021, bro? Because I mean, it's we still dealing with the pandemic a little bit, but I still see you moving.
Great wrap up question.
So, what you have in store for 2021? What should we see coming on the Veg platform?
I'm just planning to definitely continue my, continue my, I guess you could say, documenting of the world, whatever's going on in the industry, whatever's going out of the industry, because once again, content is key. Having a camera is key.
Yes, it is.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if you know how to use that camera. So, I'm just planning to just document whatever I can get my hands on, interview whoever I can, because, everybody, like you guys have making an outlet for the indies, the content creators to get their voice out.
Yes.
Yep. So that's what it comes down to. So I'm just going to keep on
You're just gonna amplify what you've been
doing
doing
what
already.
I do, man. And honestly, nowadays I'm gonna do what I can based on the pandemic, because we in a time where once again New York is people are tapping into this interview in like 2080. It's 2020, going into 2021, and New York is all way messed up.
Yeah.
It is, yo.
All videos
Can't even eat at a restaurant.
All
right now.
venues are shut down. You can't dine out.
No basketball.
Can't dine in.
No basketball.
There's no basketball.
nothing.
They talking about
Nothing.
the gym
No
sports
Sports is shut down.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm gonna get my hands on whatever I can,
I hear
and
that.
I'm gonna get it. So
That's what it
I
is,
mean, you're a
Veg.
survivor, you're a hustler, man. So I really believe what happened with 2020, minus the unfortunate losses,
Yes.
minus the unfortunate losses, what it did was it made the grounds for hustlers.
right to
Yeah,
go
that's
to
a
go
fact.
in. Right.
If you're
right.
not a hustler-
you had no choice.
Yeah, if you're not a hustler,
You wouldn't survive.
this exposed you.
Yes.
Right.
That's a fact.
You
Exactly.
can see, you can
Yeah.
see who the hustlers are. You
Right.
don't
Right.
got to talk about the hustlers. You can
Yep.
see it because they're still working, they're still moving,
Exactly.
they're
That's
still,
a fact, bro.
advancing. That's the key. It's
Absolutely.
not staying stagnant. So, to anybody out there that has any, hardships about where they're at right now, just remember, man, things change drastically very fast, man.
Yes.
And so if you
Especially if you're living in New York.
If you put in the work.
just
Right.
put the work in, man.
Right.
Believe in yourself. Believe in your grind.
Absolutely.
You're gonna get a lot of no's.
Yeah, you got a lot of no's.
You're gonna
So
get-
Exactly.
many, not so many.
You're gonna get a lot of
no's,
no's.
yo.
But it's that one yes that gets you in.
Exactly.
Man, even
That's
if
a
that
jewel right there.
man, even if that yes don't come, build it.
Right.
Build
You,
it.
you make
Right.
that yes.
Believe that.
Exactly.
Make
That's
that
a
yes.
fact.
And then when that yes come back around, charge him double.
Yep.
It's right. Triple.
Yeah,
Quadruple.
You feel me? Yeah.
For real.
You didn't believe the first time, this is how it gotta be.
That's what it is.
Now you got to pay for the fact that I built it on my own.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's it.
And that's what I watched you do, Veg.
For
Real
real.
talk.
Veg.
Remember, you started from what? Like you
$5.
said, $5.
Yeah,
I remember
man.
before I left,
No
we was
booth.
paying, I think, 20 or 25.
Something like
20.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
And you had receipts.
yeah.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. You even had receipts at one
He
point,
wasn't
bro.
playing with people like, look, y'all pay me. We
It's
good,
a business.
Yeah.
It's a business.
And it went from like I'll email you your song to here's the CD of your song when you walk
Oh
out.
man!
To then it was
the
like
original vinyl.
facts, and
Of
then
the
it was
2000s.
like then it went to like bring your thumb drive. I got
drive.
you.
Yeah.
So you
wow.
always rolled with the times.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's why I feel like you survived.
I've adapted. Yes,
That's a fact,
I have
man.
adapted to the times. That's absolutely right.
Unrelated, yo, what you used to record everybody on? What program did you use to record us?
Acid Pro.
Acid Pro. Yeah.
A lot of people,
Classic.
and that's a funny thing because everybody use Pro Tools, and there's nothing against Pro Tools and all, Logic Pro, whatever. But I just adapted to Acid Pro. It was very engineer friendly, and nobody complained.
Yeah.
And I could tell people that I use Pro Tools, and people wouldn't even understand the difference. And that's another thing because a lot of people go into brands and
Talk about it.
People ask me, Veg, what camera you using? It's not about the camera.
It's the person
It's
behind
it's the person behind the camera.
Exactly.
And then I would always say, like, it's not the program that you use, it's the engineer that makes
Yep.
the program.
Yep, that's a fact.
So if you use Pro Tools 1, but make that sound like you using Pro Tools HD 2021,
Yeah.
you
What's
won
the
job.
difference?
You want the job, yeah.
People aren't gonna book you or hire you for the things that you use, only for the results that you provide.
Yep.
That's a fact. That's a bar. That's a gem. Matter of fact, shout out to Purple Vegan Mama because you just dropped some gems, bro.
Shout out to Purple
Hey,
Vegan.
you know what I'm saying? You know, I wasn't rhyming all the time.
It's all good.
But, you know
we
what I'm
accept
saying?
it. We accept that.
But I'm
We
just
accept
saying,
gems, man.
We definitely accept gems.
because a lot of people are looking, because once again we're in the era of reality TV, we're in the era of Instagram and Twitter, and people are looking at brands, and people are looking at what you have a red camera or using Pro Tools HD. Like, it's not about that.
Yeah.
It's what you use with the materials that you have.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? If you have a 20-year-old camcorder and you can make that work, make it work.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny you said that because I feel like all the branding and all that, I feel like that only fools people that are not putting in the work.
That's
because
what- exactly.
That's a
once you
fact.
put in the work, you're like, hold on,
No,
you
that's
can make
how
this
they
happen.
do it.
You
That's
can
right.
make this happen
Lack of
with
knowledge.
this and that.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm using a red camera,
That's great,
but
bro.
you don't know how to use the red camera.
Yeah.
You
Exactly.
know what I mean? And then so the footage looks like you used
A regular.
iPhone 12. So we
Exactly.
And
we good.
exactly, an iPhone 2.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
So you just fool it. Cut it out.
That's a fact.
Cut it out.
No cap. Stop the
All
cap.
right. So where can the people find you, Big Veg?
Big Veg, BIGVEGG. You can just Google me. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
That SEO right. Let's go.
He said, don't even hit my pages. Just Google
No,
me,
I'm
bro.
just saying. I've been working so hard. I mean, you could just. I'm Googleable.
I respect it, bro.
I'm Googleable. Okay.
I mean,
Not even Google me. I'm Googleable.
I'm
Holla.
Googleable. It's just
Google.
BIGVEGG. Please spell my name with 2 G's, not 1 G. Put respect on my name. VEGG.
Ooh, talking spicy.
Getting
Yo,
real
we gotta
spicy
put,
on the way out.
yo, do
No,
you gotta
no,
put
no.
on Gladiator
No, no,
on the exit?
no.
Yo, this guy's getting real spicy on the way out,
You
like a
have-
wrestler.
You have to understand, when people spell when people spell my name with 1 G like that,
Irks you?
it irks me, because people know me. They see my medallion, Big Veg. Like,
Yeah,
come
you
on,
got
man.
it everywhere. You
Cut
got
it
it
out.
everywhere.
Like,
Yeah.
Big Veg with 2 G's.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? 2 G's. When you Google me, use 2 G's.
That's a fact.
You see my name is 2 G's.
Rhyme
That's
all
a
the
fact.
time too. When you Google me, use 2G.
Okay, man. I see you, man.
And click through every O, please. Ooh, you know how to Google put mad O? Never mind. You'll get it. You'll get it
We
later.
don't gotta do that. We're gonna do that.
Okay.
But no, Big Veg, just hit me up, man. Especially if you need to hire me for my services of videography. Holla at me, man.
sir.
I'll capture you in the proper light. I'll make it look healthy.
Big Veg.
Gotta
Big
love that
Veg on the exit, man. You know we gotta take this photo, man.
Absolutely.
sir.
All right. So we're gonna let
How
the
much
music
charge you,
play. I mean, hey, do what you gotta do, man. We're just gonna write it off.
Yo, actually, we'll cash app you.
Yeah, we're just gonna write it off and offset it for the cursing. So we good.
Very good.
See y'all in a few.
That's right.
I'm too blessed to